All right, if you would please open up your textbooks. We're going to be in section 10.5, and we are actually going to be looking at problem number 2, and we're going to be on page 609. Okay, we're looking at page 609 at problem number 2. All right, so when solving a problem, it may be obvious or may not be obvious whether you should use the formula for volume, surface area, or lateral area of a solid. So it's important to think about the context of the problem situation and then make a decision about which formula to use. Okay, so problem number 1, I have a square pyramid shown, and in your textbook, you guys do not have this already drawn. You guys have just a blank statement where it says draw a net of a square pyramid. So if you would like to go ahead and pause this screen for me and draw the net of our square pyramid. Okay. All right. So we are going to move on. We're going to look over at the square pyramid. Suppose the base of the pyramid is going to be made out of wood, and the triangular faces will be made out of a plastic covered in blue felt. How much blue felt do you need? So it looks like I'm finding the area. So it looks like I'm going to be finding some type of area because I am not filling in this container. But I want to know, am I finding the total surface area, or am I going to find just the lateral area? Now we have to remember the difference. So surface area is the total area. Okay, it's the area of everything combined. And then my lateral area is the area of sides. Okay, it's the area of just my sides. So let's think about it. If my base here is made out of wood and each 4 of my triangles here is going to be covered in blue felt, I want to know how much blue felt do I need. So am I going to find the surface area or the lateral area? I should be finding the lateral area. Okay, so the area of my sides. Now, what shape are all of my sides? They should look like triangles. And if I remember with my yellow sheet, the area of a triangle is 1/2 base times the height. Okay, so step 1, area is equal to 1/2 base times the height. Step 2 is to plug in my numbers. Okay, so if I zoom in really close right here, the base, so I'm going to have a 1/2. The base of my triangle is 3, and the height of my triangle is 4.8. Okay, and then step 3 is to solve. So I'm going to go over here off to the side. So 4.8 times 7. 7 times 8, I believe that is 56, I think. So 7 times 8. It is 56. 7 times 4 is 28. And 28 plus 5 is 33. And so I have a 1 decimal place. So I should have 4.8 times 7. Just double checking myself. Should be 33.6. And it's going to be 0.6. And then I have area is equal to 1/2 times 33.6, which means I need to take this number and divide it by 2. Okay, so I'm going to have 2 on the outside, 33.6 on the inside. 2 can go into, I'm going to put my decimal up, sorry. 2 can go into 3 one time. With 1 left over, bring down the 3. 2 can go into 13 6 full times. 2 times 6 is 12. Bring down the 1, bring down the 6. 2 can go into 16 8 times. And to have an area of 16.8, and this is in feet squared. Now, this is the area of just one triangle. How many sides do I have that are equivalent? I have 4 sides that are all equivalent. So I'm going to do 16.8 times 4. 4 times 8 is 32. 6 times 4 is 24. 25 times 6, 27. And then 4 times 1 is 4. Plus 2 more is 6. And it looks like I have a 1 decimal place to have a total lateral area of 67.2 inches squared. 67.2 inches squared. All right. Letter C, it is saying, suppose that you fill the pyramid with rice. How much rice do you need? So it looks like I'm filling it with an object or filling it with something, which means I'm going to find the volume. Okay. And if you recall, the volume of a pyramid is volume is equal to 1/3 capital B times the H. Remember, capital B, it is standing for the area of base. Okay, capital B stands for the area of the base. All right, step 2 is I'm going to plug in my numbers. So 1/3, well, if I look back over here, my base is a square, and it looks like my sides are 3 by 3. So I'm going to have 3 times 3. And then I need to find the height. Well, I'm not going to actually look here. I'm going to look here at my 3D figure, and I'm going to find the height of my prism, which is perpendicular to my base, and it is 4.6. So 4.6. All right, well, I know 3 times 3 is 9, so I'm going to have a 1/3 times 9 times 4.6. So 4.6 times 9. 6 times 9 should be 54. 9 times 4 should be 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, because I have to add 5 more to it, and I have 1 decimal place. So I get volume is equal to 1/3 times 41.4. Okay, volume is equal to 1/3 times 41.4. Now I need to divide by 3, so 3 goes on the outside, 41.4. 3 goes into 4 one time. With a 1 left over, bring down the 1. 3 goes into 11 3 times. 11 minus 9, so 9, 10, 11. 2, bring down the 4. 3 goes into 24 6 full times to have nothing left over. So the volume that can be filled inside of this rectangular pyramid is 13.6, and this is in feet. And remember, it's volume, so it's cubed. 13.6 feet cubed. All right, number 2, we have a triangular pyramid. Okay, a triangular pyramid is shown, and here's my base right here, which that is my base right here. And my base is equivalent to the triangle. The area of my base is 15.59 square centimeters. So I am given capital B. So capital B is equal to 15.59 centimeters squared. Okay, which is super important, because I'm going to look at letter B. Oh, sorry. By the way, for those of you, if you're looking at the book, you do not have this. If you want to go ahead and pause your screen, so then you can copy down the net, so you have that. All right, looking down at letter B. If Kiara fills the triangular pyramid with sand, so look, I'm filling something with sand, so an object, how much sand will I need? So I need to find the volume of my triangular pyramid. All right, step 1 is my 1/3 capital B times the H. Okay. All right, step 2 is to fill in with the information. So cap V is equal to 1/3. Well, it told me the area of my base is 15.59, and then the height. So if I look back here at the height here, I've got 2 different heights. This one is my slant, and this one right here, which is perpendicular to the base, is the height of my pyramid. So that's going to be times 5. Okay, and then the third step is to solve. So I have 15.59 times 5. 9 times 5 is 45. 5 times 5 is 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. 5 times 5 is 25, plus 2 more is 27. And then 5 times 1 is 5, plus 2 more, 5, 6, 7 should be 7. And I have 2 decimal places, so I should have 77. So 1/3 times 77.95. Okay, and then the last step is to divide by 3. So I'm going to have 3 on the outside, 77.95 on the inside. Bring my decimal up. 3 can go into 7 2 times. 1 left over. 3 can go into 17. What is it? 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 6 is 18. So 3 times 5 is 15. 7 minus 5 is 2. Bring down the 9. 3 can go into 29 9 times. 3 times 9 is 27. 9 minus 7 is, what is it, 2? Yep, bring down that and bring down my 5. 3 can go into 25 8 times to get me to 24. And then I believe, if you give me just a second, 77.9 divided by 3. It goes on forever and ever and ever. So I'm going to stop here, and I'm going to say that volume is equal to 25.98, and my units is centimeters cubed. Okay, sorry. I'm just going to stop right there. I'm not going to keep going, because if you actually kept going or you checked your calculator, which I will show you guys right here, once my computer focuses, there you go. So if I did 77.95 divided by 3, we get the 25, we got the 0.98, and it's just 0.3 repeating. Okay, So we're just going to round it up to the nearest hundredths. All right, looking at the next one, okay, letter C. If Destiny covers the triangular pyramid with foil, how much foil will she need? Okay, let it focus back in. So how much foil is she going to need? So if I take something and I'm wrapping it all over with foil, how much foil am I going to need? So what am I finding? Sounds like I'm going to find the total surface area. Okay, I'm finding the total surface area. Let me see if I can get that fixed. There we go. Sorry, I'm trying to get this. There we go. Okay, the total surface area. All right, so I'm going to split this up here. I'm going to have my base area, and then I'm going to have my lateral or my sides. Okay, I'm going to have the base, and then I'm going to have my lateral or my sides. Okay, so I am told that I'll actually flip this back over here so you guys can see it as well. Okay, so my base is in the form of a triangle. So area is equal to 1/2 base times the height. Okay, and with my triangle, I'm going to have, just trying to make sure, total surface area. Let's see. 6 times 6. All right, so I'm going to have area is equal to 1/2 times 6. And it is not that. The height of each of my triangles is 5.29. Okay, and I will show that here to you guys right here. So I am told that I have a triangular and equilateral triangular. Okay, an equilateral triangle means that all sides are equal. Okay, all of my sides are equal. Okay, so let's do the math over here. So 5.29 times 6. 6 times 9 is 54. 6 times 2 is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 6 times 5 is 30, plus 1 is 31. And I have 2 decimal places, so area is equal to 1/2 times 31.74. Now to divide by 2, 31.74. 2 can go to 3 one time with 1 left over. Bring down the 1. 2 can go into 11 5 times. For 10, 1 down, 1 left over. 7 down. 2 can go into 17 8 times. 2 times 8 is 16. 1 left over. Bring down. And 2 can go into 14 7 times to have an area of 15.87. And this is in what? Centimeters squared. All right, so I found the area of my base, and what I just told you is that all of my sides are equal. So every single side has a base of 6, and every side has a height of 5.29. Now, we found the area of the base. Now we need to find the area of my sides. How many sides do I have? I have 3 sides, okay? So it's all going to look like this. 1/2 base times the height. Area is equal to 1/2 times 6 times 5.29. Well, look, we already did all the math over here. So area is equal to 1/2 times 31.74. To have one of those triangles is equal to 15.87. Now, how many sides do I have total? I have 3 sides total. I have 3 sides. So what I need to do is do 15.87 times 3. 3 times 7 is 21. 3 times 4 is 24, 25, 26. 3 times 5 is 15, plus 2 more is 16 and 17. Okay, and then 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 more is 4. How many decimal places do I have? I have 2. Okay, so area is equal to 47.61 centimeters squared. Okay, this is not the total. I need to find the total, so 47.61 plus 15.87. I'm going to add the 2 up together. 7 plus 1 is 8. 6 plus, I'm going to bring another decimal. 8 and 6, so if 8 and 8 is 16, minus 2 more is 14. 7 plus 6 is going to be 13. And then 4 plus 1 is 5, plus 1 more is 6. I should have a grand total of 63.48 centimeters squared. And this is total surface area. Okay. The next question is asking if Destiny covers the entire playground except the, or pyramid, not playground, except the base, so everything but the base, how much foil will she need? So I'm finding the lateral area And you guys actually just found it all right here. The lateral area is 47.61 centimeters squared. 47.61 centimeters squared. All right, if you guys give me just... All right, sorry about that, guys. Okay, so you guys should have received 47.61 centimeters squared for that lateral area. All right, we are going on and we're looking at number 3. So if you guys would like to go ahead and zoom in so that you can take a screenshot of this net, that would be great. All right, so we've got a bench and we're going to want to sit here and stain a few things. So Michael wants to cover the seats with a weatherproofing stain. How much stain will he need? So it sounds like I'm going to find the total surface area, area. Okay, and the way I'm going to break this up is I'm going to break it up into 3 different rectangles. I'm going to break it up into my big rectangle. I'm going to show you what that means, and I have 2 of them. I'm going to break it up into my long rectangle. I'm going to show you what that means as well, and then my short one. Okay, and I have 2 of each of these rectangles. Okay, well, if I look back over here, my big rectangle is all of this right here. It's all of that. That's my big rectangle. And if I zoom all the way in right here, I have one really tiny long rectangle here, and then I have one really tiny short rectangle here. Okay, so those are going to be my dimensions here for each of these. So for my really big rectangle, I'm going to have area is equal to base times the height for all of these, because that's how you find the area of a rectangle. For my big rectangle, it's going to be 72 times 18. For my long rectangle, it's 72 times 1. And then for my short ones, it's going to be 18 times 1. Okay. All right. For my big rectangle, it's going to be 72 times 18. So let's do this really fast. 8 times 2 is 16. 8 times 7 is 56. Plus 1 more is 57. Cross out, place the 0. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 7 is 7. And I'm going to add all these up to get 1,296. So that is just the area of 1. I need to find the area of 2. And when I multiply it by 2, I'm going to get 2,592 inches squared. Okay, I have the area here, 72 times 1 is 72. Well, I have 2 of these, so I'm going to multiply it by 2 to get 144 inches squared. And then I need to do my short rectangles. Area is going to be 18 times 1 is 18 times 2 more is going to be 36 inches squared. Now, this is not the final total. The final total is going to be adding all 3 of these numbers up together. And when you do that, make sure that you do check your math and check me. You should get 2,772 inches squared. Okay. All right. Letter C. Suppose that mica is not going to stain the sides that are 18 by 1. So we're going to try and find a lateral area, which means I'm going to take this side out, these 2 sides right here out. So by doing that, I'm going to have 2,592, and I'm going to add 144 to it, and I'm not going to add the 36. And when you do that, you should get a total of 2,736 inches squared for your lateral area. Okay, and the last one, number 4, okay? Number 4 here, it is Gustavo. He has got an ornament by gluing the 2 bases of the square pyramids together. All right, so let me flip over here. If you guys want to, I'm going to zoom in for you just a second. If you guys would like to pause that video so then you can take a screenshot, or not just a screenshot. Give me just a second. If you guys would like to pause the video, and then fill out your net here. It is on the back for letter A. Okay, draw your net. Now, what it's asking me is that Gustavo, he glued the 2 parts together. Okay, so we saw this. He glued my 2 parts together. I want to paint my entire ornament in a metallic color. So when I'm painting everything, do you think I'm going to paint all the sides on each of my square pyramids here? No, it looks like I'm going to only be painting the sides of my square pyramid. Now, how many square pyramids do you see that are glued together? I see 2. So I'm going to find the lateral area of 1, and I'm going to multiply it by 2. So then I can find the lateral area of 2 of my square pyramids. So let's find the lateral area of just 1. And it looks like my sides are triangles. So I know that A is equal to 1/2 base times the height. A is equal to 1/2. My base is going to be 1. My height is 1.6. Okay, well, 1 times 1.6 is 1.6, so area is equal to 1/2 times the 1.6. Divide 1.6 by 2, bring this up. 2 can go to 1 0 times, 2 can go to 16 8 times with 0 left over. So the area of just one side is 0.8. Okay, now how many sides do I have total for just one? I have 4 of them, so it's going to be 0.8 times 4. Well, 8 times 4 is 32. Okay, I have a 1 decimal place. So the area, or the lateral area of just one square pyramid is 3.2 inches, and I'm told to find it for 2 of them. So I'm going to take 3.2, multiply it by 2, so 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 3 is 6. I still have 1 decimal place to have 6.4 inches squared. And that is the total lateral area for both of my square pyramids. If you guys have any questions, please let us know.